with the People's Credit Union Skycam network, only from NBC 10.
On air, online, on social media. Turn to 10. Storm Team 10.
Thank you for turning to 10. This is Southern New England's news leader.
Now at 6, terrorism experts are called in after a bomb blast goes off on a course where a charity race was being run. Police investigate the circumstances surrounding a deadly crash in Cranston. But first tonight, a dramatic rescue at the shore of a man who got stuck between the rocks on a jetty. NBC 10's Jared Pelletier is live in Narragansett with the details. And Jared, this was quite an involved effort, I understand.
Yeah, firefighters ended up clearing this scene just about 2 hours ago. Also here were environmental police. Those investigators spent much of this afternoon trying to free a man who ended up finding a way to get himself wedged between two different rocks on this jetty out here in the Camp Cronin fishing area. And what people had to use to free that man is something that might actually surprise you. Certainly not your everyday type of call for first responders in Narragansett who say a man got himself wedged between two rocks on the jetty near the Camp Cronin fishing area.
The area was off limits, but he was pretty far down there.
Officials say finally, after about 2.5 hours, they were able to free him with an outside-the-box approach.
Olive oil, lots of olive oil did the trick. We managed to spray him down and applied a lot of olive oil, and we were able to dislodge him.
Firefighters say the man was here with one other person when he dropped his phone. When he bent down to pick it up, he got himself stuck all the way up to his chest. They knew they had to get him out before the tide came in.
That was one of our concerns, where we would be later on in the event, had the event lasted longer.
Another concern, the rocks themselves. Firefighters say they didn't use airbags out of fear that the rocks would shift, only making matters worse. Firefighters say the man went to a nearby hospital to be treated for hypothermia and a small injury he suffered on his foot while walking away. Thankfully, though, he's expected to be okay.
He was in good spirits. He's an otherwise healthy 31-year-old male.
Captain Taylor says he's dealt with similar calls like this, but mostly for animals being stuck in different places. To his knowledge, this was the first time he's ever had an incident like this involving a person, specifically here over on these rocks in the jetty. We're live in Narragansett tonight. Jared Pelletier, NBC 10 News. Back to you.
Thank you, Jared. Cranston police are investigating a deadly accident. The crash happened in the vicinity of 550 Pontiac Avenue a little before 1:30 this morning. The vehicle caught fire. The driver was killed in that crash. The driver's name has not been released. Officers sealed off the 500 block of Pontiac Avenue for hours during that investigation. And we have new details about an accident on 10 Rod Road near the entrance to the Arcadia Management Area in Exeter. There were no serious injuries, but some people were transported to be checked out. One man was charged with driving under the influence. Troopers tell us he was brought before a bond commissioner, arraigned, and then released. The unnamed man is scheduled to be rearraigned on Wednesday. Well, the call is going out tonight for volunteers to come to the aid of some rescued birds, literally a flock of them. More than 160 exotic birds were rescued this week from a barn in Connecticut where they were found living in deplorable conditions. The animals need cages, they need perches and toys. A representative at Rhode Island Parrot Rescue says every little bit helps.
Last night we got an emergency call. Very large truck brought in about 153 birds that had been caught in an unfortunate hoarding situation in Connecticut. It was some of the most horrific conditions that I think the authorities had ever seen there.
The birds will be checked out for health issues, and eventually they will likely be put up for adoption. Time now to check in with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Kelly Bates. No complaints from me about today?
No, it was really delightful, and considering it was our last Saturday of the summer season, I think it went out with fine style. Still a pleasant evening's in progress. We have temperatures that are pretty nice this hour as well. Winds are generally pretty light, so it's not as gusty as it was earlier as well. So again, we have a lot of good things going for us. Temperatures right now now in the 70s. We've even come down to the 60s in North Kingstown and Newport. We have 72 in New Bedford. We're matching that in Woonsocket, also into Narragansett, and we've dropped down to 73 in Providence. So our satellite radar, we're in really good shape. We're looking at mainly clear skies right now, but as we go to tonight, we are likely going to increase clouds in advance of a slow-moving cold front that'll be here tomorrow. And it looks like we'll do a chance of showers, chance of thunderstorms on Sunday, but we're expecting them on Monday, showers and thunderstorms. We could even see some tropical downpours as well, but the sun returns Tuesday to Friday, and we start the fall season on Thursday at 10:21 a.m. Barbara?
Thank you, Kelly. Still to come on NBC 10 News at 6. Terrorism experts on the scene in New Jersey tonight where a pipe bomb blast shuts down a weekend charity run. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning on NBC 10 is brought to you by Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses. Have a good night with Nairobi's same-day mattress eye delivery 7 days a week.